Hello everybody, I'm Captain Zeus and welcome back to BP Fun. In today's video, I have some DCU and DC Elseworlds news to go ahead and go over with you. Some of this will also be rumors as well. Some of the information that I've gathered over the last month, I know I'm really behind on some of the news here. I've been busy, so I haven't been able to drop a news video about all the stuff that's been going on, but this will be part one of the DCU news that we have up until this point. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more nerdy content just like this, and click the bell to be notified whenever we post another news video. Now, here's some shocking news that some of you might already know, again, because it's delayed information, but others might be interested in knowing, especially if you like The Boys. Anthony Starr, the actor that plays Homelander in The Boys series, says that Homelander would kick Superman's ass. According to Screen Rant, he was quoted saying, "There's no kryptonite factor, and homie would fight so dirty. He's the type to go, oh, you got me," as he goes down and then comes up and throws sand in your eyes, whereas Superman's always like, oh, I wouldn't do that. There's innocent children that might get hurt. Homie's going to human shield himself with the kids. Now, we did do a versus episode about Homelander versus Superman and who we thought would win. Definitely check that out if you want to see our thoughts on who would win in a fight with Homelander and Superman. So let us know in the comments below who you think would win, and check out our video to see who we thought would win in that fight. Now, also speaking of Anthony Starr, when talking with comicbook.com, he commented on the Booster Gold casting rumor, saying, "Me and James just play golf. If it ain't milk, I ain't doing it, honey. I cannot wait to see what he does with the DC Universe. He's one of the biggest brands in the industry, so I'm excited to see what he cooks up." James Gunn has also said that they've been in touch for the last few years. I think Anthony Starr as Booster Gold would be an interesting cast, but I don't think that's who I'd want to have just yet. I think he'd be better off in other roles, and if you think he'd be better off in other roles in the DC Universe, let us know in the comments below. While on the subject of possible movie roles, Matthew Vaughn said he wants to do a Superman Red Son movie with Henry Cavill. When talking to Bro Bible's post-credit podcast, he was quoted saying, "I thought Red Son was one of the most cleverest comics I've ever read, and I think the more we learn about Russia and the Russian history, wow, could you imagine remaking Red Son with Henry Cavill? That would be an interesting movie." Matthew Vaughn and Henry Cavill previously worked on the Argyle movie together. Now, I know a lot of people have been wanting not only Henry Cavill to come back as Superman, but to see him as the Red Son Superman. That would be an absolute uproar with the fans in a positive way, and I think that would be a box office hit, so I'm all for it. Plus, Henry Cavill as Superman again. How can you say no, right? And while on the topic of the Superman movie, we did have a leaked image of what could be the Kent farmhouse. Honestly, I think this one's a bit of a false image. It doesn't exactly look like a farmhouse. Like, I don't see a barn or anything else that would really indicate it to be a farmhouse, unless that all of the barn and all that stuff is on a separate space. But, I mean, it looks okay. It's nothing too crazy. It got a bit of an uproar when the leak image was coming out, but I think it's because a lot of people are excited for the Superman movie and for any prospect of Superman official content, I suppose. Now, speaking of things that are official, we officially have our writing and producing team for the upcoming Lantern series. The DCU series is based on a pilot script and Bible made by Chris Mundy, Tom King, and Damon Lindelof. And as James Gunn made the announcement, Tom King has been part of the DCU since its inception. Tom King is a notorious writer for not only DC Comics, but for Marvel as well. He's apparently an ex-CIA officer too, which I think is freaking crazy. Chris Mundy is also the showrunner for the series, and he also worked on Ozark. So to have Tom King, who's a notorious comic book writer, involved with not only the series, but the DCU in general, that's a huge green flag, and I think it's an amazing thing to have. You also have someone that worked on the Ozark series in charge of essentially a space detective series. I think it's freaking bonkers. It would be cooler if we had someone from True Detective on board. That would really just seal the deal for me, if I'm being honest. But I think this is a great sign for the Lantern series. There's been a lot of hiccups through its development, but I think this is a great sign. And to wrap things up, Andy Serkis revealed that the Batman 2 will begin filming in early 2025. Now, with the fact that the Batman's going to start filming in 2025, it brings us the question of who is going to be the villain in the Batman Part 2. I'm still under the fact that it's going to be Mr. Freeze and Two-Face. I think that would be awesome. I feel like it's probably also going to be Penguin, considering they have the Penguin series coming out this September. It's going to be fantastic either way, if I'm being honest. But let us know in the comments below who you think should be the villains in the Batman Part 2 and how you feel about this DC news. I'm Captain Zeus, and I'll catch you guys later. See you.